boop, and all that jazz. Okay, I know, I look tired. You know why? I am tired. You know why? Bottom of the bounce, right? So my husband has not been feeling well lately, and when he doesn't feel well, he's up all night, which means I'm up all night because he's tossing and turning, he's getting up, he's going back to bed, he's getting up, he's going back to bed. But my husband loves to sleep with loud TV, and not like the volume up loud, but like the shows where they're in a competition, so they're screaming and there's tension and there's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, he turns it down low, and so he doesn't understand why it's nerve-wracking and wakes me up. But it's because I like to sleep in dark and quiet. So we did not sleep in dark and quiet. I actually finished off the night on the couch, which then meant I had a cat walking on me, so it wasn't really any better. So I'm a little sleepy today. However, now that I've spent a whole minute explaining my exhaustion, I'm going to kind of speak to a weird thing that is my normal. There's a weird thing with it. So I know when my cat's screaming. Like when I'm at work and I say, oh, I've got to take my husband to the hospital. He's in the hospital. I've got to pick him up from the hospital. I have to arrange for him to get home from the hospital. He didn't sleep all night, so I didn't sleep all night. He was in bed all day. He didn't really wake up yesterday. There's a lot of things that I end up saying at work when people ask. And it was said to me by somebody at work. They kind of like laughed it off and was like, God, that's just your normal. I mean, I used to think it was really like a stressful thing, and then I realized that's just your normal. It's just all the time with you. Okay, so here's what I want to say. There are two sides to that. Yep, it's our normal right now. There are a lot of hospital runs. There's a lot of hospital stays. There's a lot of sick days. There's a lot of scary days. There's a lot of sad days. There's a lot of good days. There's a lot of hopeful days. And they all smesh together, and they might all be in one day. That's my normal. But you don't get to brush it off. It's still just as scary. It's still just as intense every time he has to go to the hospital. We don't know why. It means it's too big to wait for a doctor's appointment. It means he can't get through the day. It means it's too much pain. It's too much, like he deals with a lot of pain, a lot of nausea. He can't eat. They don't know why. He's dealing with a lot of things that are potentially kidney related, potentially not. You don't know until you go to the hospital. And so it's scary every time you go to the hospital. If you've never had to make an ER visit, then that's terrifying. If you do it every week, it's just as terrifying. It's just as scary. It means it's something you can't wait out, that you know that something's wrong, that you can't just go to a doctor for an answer. And you can't wait the 2 or 3 weeks or however long until you can make that appointment. It's still scary. So if you know somebody who is ill like this, and thankfully it's not everybody, but you know what? Don't make their normal your normal. Like, yeah, it's normal for me. I've got to figure out, I'm juggling a lot of things, right? I'm juggling a lot of things. I've had this job now for almost 6 months, and I haven't missed one day. I've missed 2 funerals. I've missed a lot of time with my husband. I've missed a lot of times picking him up from the hospital. We had to Uber him home because he didn't have a ride home, and I was an hour away at work. I don't think he's had to Uber to the hospital. He'll typically wait for me to get home, but he's had to Uber home. It's a lot to juggle. It is a lot to juggle. And then I have to make sure that my work schedule is there. I'm not taking off all the time because I'm going to get fired. Plus, it's a sales job. It's straight commission. I'm not going to make any money if I'm missing work. And no, money's not the most important thing, but my God, we are in financial straits right now. Hence, bottom of the bounce. So don't make light of it because it is our normal. He wishes he wasn't going to the hospital all the time, and he wishes he wasn't sick, and he wishes he could do more, and he wishes all of the things that we all wish for him. I wish I wasn't juggling 10,000 things. I wish, oh my God, I wasn't driving an hour to a job. I wish I made enough money that I wasn't stressed out all the time. I wish I could only do photography again. That's what I love to do. I wish I could just create art all the time. I wish so many things that he wishes. So on the outside, acknowledge the fact that our normal is still pretty stressful. It's just that we've acclimated to, we're used to this stress all the time. We don't like it. We can't wait for it to change. It's not like we just sunk into it like it's breathing and it's just what we do. It's not necessarily that. It's still an ugly situation. It's still a stressful situation. It's still a lot to do. I don't really have days off that I can just do nothing. There's stuff that has to get done. There's a lot that has to get done. By the same token, I'm not complaining about it because a lot of the stuff that has to get done it's stuff to try to get me out of this situation. I want to make enough money. I want to be with my husband enough. I want him to get a kidney. I want him to get well. We want all of those things. We don't like this normal, so to speak. No, not so to speak. We don't like this normal. It sucks. He wishes he could work. He wishes he felt better. He wishes he could get out of bed. He wishes he wasn't in the hospital. I wish all of that too. What I tend to focus on is what I can change and what I want to change, which would be my financial circumstances. I need a job that allows me to do what I'm good at, and that is creating and photographing. That's what I'm good at. That's what I love doing, and that's what I want to get back to. But while I rebuild that, go back to episodes 1 and 2 of why I have to. While I rebuild that, I need to be making the money while I'm shifting it, right? Like I've got to balance. I'm like that guy that's on a board that's on a ball, right? Where you have to balance it just right. That's what I'm doing right now, except for instead of just photography and a job, I have caretaking in there also. And man, those bills just keep on coming as they do for all of us, right? So I can't let up on one and not the other because that job doesn't pay the bills and I don't have time. I gotta have photography, but it's really hard to create the photography because of the time at the job. And then on days where I'm like, I'm gonna spend all Tuesday creating because he will be at dialysis all day, it inevitably happens that he doesn't even feel well enough to go to dialysis. And so it's a caretaking day. It's not a creating day. And I'm still trying to figure all of that out, as you guys have heard me talk about now for almost 6 months, or probably 6 months now. I didn't look at the date that I posted the first one, but it's been about 6 months that we've been doing this. So, and I'm still trying to figure it out, which is hugely frustrating to me while I try to figure it out. So while I'm figuring it out and I'm frustrated and I'm trying to get it done and I'm trying to make sure he's okay and I'm trying to make sure I don't miss work and I'm trying to make sure that I'm creating art to sell, but I am also booking photo shoots to create. Yeah, my normal's real freaking busy and his normal's real freaking hard. So if you are that outside person, don't take on the persona of, oh, it's nothing, they do this all the time. Because yeah, we do it all the time, but it isn't nothing. Don't do that. Yeah, this is like, it would be scary if it didn't happen all the time. No, it's scary because it happens all the time. It's not as scary if it's an outlier and you have to go to the ER and they can get you fixed, right? It is scary still, but it's also scary when you leave and it's still not fixed and you're still trying and you're still doing all of the things. So I guess what I'm saying right now is everybody's normal is different, but it doesn't mean the baseline is the same. My normal wasn't like this 3 years ago. 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Like each one kind of shifts a little bit, right? That wasn't my normal. I woke up, I created, I made art, I reached out, I booked photo sessions. That was my whole life. And yeah, I miss the hell out of it. I miss it this time of year because all of my friends are getting together at conventions. I don't have the money to go to those conventions, and I don't have the free time to go to those conventions. And I don't have a husband that can have me be gone for a week so I can go to those conventions. And so it kind of rears its head at weird times, right? Where I can tend to be very poor me about the whole thing. I'm not a very poor me person, which is why I created the photography group on school, and I still do Zoom calls where I connect with all different types of photographers, right? It's not the same ones at the conventions. Sometimes it is, but there's new people and there's new types of art and there's new connections being made, because I don't want to just sit back in my normal and drown in my normal. I don't want to, because normal always changes, always. So that's basically today's entire little thing. Is that's just something that was on my mind ever since I was like, yeah, my husband's back in the hospital. And what I heard back was like, oh, but this is all the time for you guys. So that's just, this is just what y'all do. No, it's not like coming home and watching a TV show and that's what we do. It's weirder. So if you know somebody going through something similar to what we're going through, don't take their normal as a good normal. Realize it's still traumatic every time it happens, right? And maybe traumatic is a big word, but it's kind of not, because the situation's traumatic. These are just little traumatic events in it. And we're juggling a lot to make sure everything still gets done and he still gets cared for, and he is still at the hospital, or he's at the doctor, or he's at dialysis, or he's in bed, or he's doing whatever needs to be done for him. Our normal's really freaking weird, and it's kind of cool if somebody acknowledges that. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to give anything. Just be like, oh my God, like that's a really hard normal. That's hard. It is. They're hard things. We're doing hard things, right? As who is it? We can do hard things. Oh my God, why am I? They're whatever. I'll think of their names. 2 girls. They're absolutely beautiful. I crush on one of them. Soccer player. The other one writes incredible books. And dadgummit, they have a podcast. We can do hard things. We're 2 people doing hard things. I know you're doing hard things too. We all have our hard things. But let's acknowledge the hard things a little bit, even if we don't understand them. Correct? Also, I don't know what day I'm posting this, but today is my sister mama's birthday. I have 2 like sister mamas that I love tremendously, and it is our birthday 2 weeks. And Sam had hers, Ricky's having hers, tomorrow's my birthday. And so yeah, there's hard things, but there's also birthdays. So celebrating my sister mamas. Love you, Sam. Love you, Ricky. Mwah. And we celebrated this weekend, and let me just tell you, our cake was amazing. It was amazing. Hive Bakery in Flower Mound, Texas. Nobody better. So, all right. Mwah. I'm letting you guys go. I will talk to you later. I just wanted to kind of throw that one out because it's been on my mind. Boop, boop, boop. I still haven't painted. Life is lifed.